Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to do a psychic reading for you guys today. So I hope that everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, which means that whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you that are going to help you. I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both platforms. I have another platform called Astraea Love, Astraealove, 2 words. On that platform, if you guys do have questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will answer your question. I'll pause the collective reading and set a 20-minute timer, and I'll use a different deck of cards to answer your question. On this platform, if you guys could subscribe and like the video, we are working to getting to 1,000 subscribers. Once we're at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do some type of celebration. It's going to be awesome. But once we're at 1,000 subscribers, then I can receive super chats, $20 super chats per question. And again, it's at $20 right now because last year it was at $10. Then every year I just up it another $10. So yeah, just be aware of that. Get it while it's here. Also in the future, I may be creating memberships and only answering personal questions on the membership for the same amount of money. But you'd have to pay for a membership. That way I feel like if people were doing that, it would be really people that fuck with me and not just because I get a lot of bullying, you know. So anyways, I hope everybody has had a good day. All right. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. I just pulled this card. I wanted to get a scripture card. It says Psalm 94:19. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. So I just want you guys to know that God is within you. God loves you. God is love. Your higher self is real. You have the ability to break free of the matrix. I will give you the cheat code, literally. So yeah. We're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, the Guardians, our Lightworker family, our Starseed family, and the Archangels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, all of our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. We're asking that they come be with us now. We're inviting them. We're also asking them that they come be with us and put a protective shield around us, blocking out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, the highest knowledge, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and to my collective, and I pray for my subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe. We got 25 people watching and not even one like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, please, and thank you. Tap that notification bell. Super important stuff, okay? So that you're notified of every time I go live, just in case you do have something that comes up. Then you can come on and ask me. And I try to do these readings so that I can reach the most people. But again, usually everybody's got at least one day a week off. So I suggest that you watch the readings on this channel and my other channel at your leisure. Each reading is going to have an Easter egg of knowledge for you to decode, and you're going to learn more and you're going to spiritually progress. And it's a really good way to get on your spiritual journey. Okay. So we're going to talk about 2 books before we get started that I feel like are really important. Okay, The Truth of God has changed my life, and I've seen it change the lives of other people. It's got many techniques in it that you'll see me use. I don't know what, hold on, I need to like literally use the technique in the book for a second. Because it's like this platform, my throat starts acting up. It was trying to do this yesterday, and I'm not buying the shit. Okay, I got it. Hopefully that'll make a difference now. So anyways, there are techniques in this book that are going to change your life. The first technique, and you just saw me do the God technique, is the God technique, where you raise yourself out of your ego consciousness into looking out through the eyes of God, which is unconditional love, joy, and peace. That's a very big vibrational change. When I first started doing it, it felt like I was like doing an elevator ride. Now I can do it fairly quickly and rise above whatever it is. The second technique is the mind. Well, actually, the second technique that I use every day, besides the God technique, anytime something starts to go wrong, or like it could even be something like where I'm driving and or I'm in the passenger seat or whatever, and there's, when like you're at a red light and sometimes it'll just skip you. Like everybody will get to go and then it will skip you. And for whatever reason, it's either stop working or it's a temporary glitch in the matrix. Anytime I see that, I'm like, okay, something is trying to stop my forward movement. I look at it like that. If anything were to go on with my car, my vehicle, I know now, because of situations I've had go on in the past with the car, that the vehicle is the body and there's something else, there's something spiritual. It's like learning how to read your life and knowing when things go awry that there is a cause behind it. And if you allow that cause to just continue to breed chaos, then you're going to have more experiences that are the effect of that cause. So when you can go within and rise above the situation, that makes you the bigger person, and it just puts a separation between you and your ego. It's not that we want to kill our ego. We need our ego to like be able to do mundane tasks like read, write, speak, stuff like that. But the ego is the part of us that we identify as being separate from God. That's the illusion, that we are not what our name is. I mean, we are. Like my birth name, I'm literally the exact thing of what it says, but my parents did not know that when they named me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, everything has a higher meaning. So when anything goes on in your life that does not feel good, I would be doing the God technique, rise above it, the joy versus anger technique, asking yes and no questions about what it is so you can avoid said thing. Sometimes you guys will be getting premonitions, things that have not even happened yet, and you're picking up, getting knots in your stomach before you go meet with somebody because that person doesn't have good intentions. And when your body gives you a guttural actual response, like you need to pay attention to that and not just be like, oh, I just have a tummy ache. There's no, I just have a tummy ache. Okay. I'm telling you, there, behind everything you experience that is physical, there is something that is spiritual there. Okay. And it's a thought or a belief, most likely. So, we can't change other people, but we can work on ourselves. And the truth of God is going to help you to do that. So using the mind technique gives you the ability to get the baggage that you're carrying around that keeps pulling in these experiences so that you can release it and just get rid of it and clear it. This book teaches you how to clear stuff. And then it's got the 1 to 10 technique. Sometimes asking yes and no questions will only get you so far, but then you'll be like, okay, I want to know why the answer is no. And then you would do like the 1 to 10 technique, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest. And it teaches you how to figure out what number that is. And then you literally just ask more questions to find out why the number is what it's at. But most likely you guys would intuitively feel why it's a no. And if you start asking questions like, should I go here, should I go there, your higher self, God, knows your highest and best path, knows what's for your highest and best good. So do not ignore your guidance. When you have a dream, pay attention. When you literally have a guttural response, pay attention to that. With these what we would consider to be sixth sense is really clairsentience, which is the gift that everybody has. It's that clear feeling, that guttural response. And so, we have that as an instinct. So the more that you develop it, the more powerful you're going to become. So the God technique also helps you connect your DNA with God, and that is a big help. And then the 1 to 10 technique, there's so many other techniques in this book, you guys, seriously. You are not a spark of God. You are not a child of God. You are not like a God. You are not a God, one of many. You are not going to be God someday. You are God now having this experience. So we just want to say thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we love you for all that you do. Thank you, ancestors, all of our spiritual team of highest light and resonance. We are so appreciative. And by watching my readings, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me or anybody in, well, nobody can really persecute me or you, but attempt to, or anybody in the chat or anybody in the comments. Everybody's allowed to have their own perspective, but they're not allowed to religiously condemn anybody else or whatever the fuck they're on. Just be weird in any type of way. It'll get you removed from the platform. So second book that I'm going to talk about is an awesome book. It's a book that, you know, took me quite a while to create. It's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And Vassago is a very high in demand, I would say, spirit to work with. Okay. I worked with God and Vassago, and because Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit that Solomon worked with, but Vassago basically knows about divination, is very well versed in it, but also maps the human consciousness. The tarot, the system of tarot. To work with this book, if you want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, this is the book that's going to do it. It's supreme to all. It's better than all of the other tarot books, okay, out there. I'm serious. Okay, because Vassago is a master at tarot and a master at mapping human consciousness. While you have a human life, you will go through every single card that is in the deck. So I've put in the description box below the links to these books and to a original Rider-Waite tarot deck that's got the description on the cards so that you can learn to read the cards and have the description. But also, if you go to any other, let's say that you're attracted to other decks, if you get the original Rider-Waite, you'll understand the interpretation behind the cards. So when you go to the Santa Muerte Tarot or the Twin Flame Tarot, you know, which those decks you'll see me use on this platform, you'll be able to understand the underlying interpretation of the card when they give you a very abstract picture about it, okay? And so, yeah, this book is designed to help you get into your destiny, and you can use the spells and tarot card spreads in it as many times as you want. I use them all the time to help manifest. And so it starts off with a prayer and it being dedicated to God, and then, because I feel like the only way to do any type of manifestation, or you could call it spell work, is with God. Like, that is the way that it's the most powerful. Your higher self is involved and the divine is involved. And, you know, it just seems to work out really well that way. That's why we designed this book, so that people that want to manifest, that want to do spells. I mean, these don't have incantations. They have prayers in them. So, like, for example, well, basically, the 14 Zodiac Tarot card spread gives you you pull 2 cards for each position, and I've created 2 more. Well, I didn't create the Zodiac signs, excuse me. I've included them because I feel like they should have been included. The 12 Zodiac signs that we have, there's actually 14. Cetus and Ophiuchus. If you don't know, now you know. But yeah. So you would definitely want to know if you, and I think that there's also another one that has to do with Lilith, but it's like Lilith moon. It should be its own zodiac sign. It really should. But again, I'm not the one creating the zodiac, but you can find information about the constellation Cetus and the zodiac sign, and the same thing with Ophiuchus. So basically, you'll pull 1 card for your south node, your ego, 1 card for your north node. And then it'll give you information about where you're at and how to step into your north node. Okay, and that way you can integrate and adopt the positive traits of the zodiac signs that you are not that zodiac sign of. And then the Psychic Tarot Zodiac spell is to connect with your destiny. Okay, so I'm going to read from one of the, then I have different tarot card spreads that do a deep dive into the major arcana cards, and the major arcana cards are the major transitions, like the Hangman, the Moon, I think I'm going to read from the moon. The sun, the star, all of that. All of that is a major arcana card. The last judgment, the lovers, the chariot, the strength. So the spells that go along with them are not spells you do on anybody else. They're only for you. The strength tarot card spells to become stronger. So you could, whatever your weakness is, you know, you're working with the archetype. This is why Vassago is such a good spirit. You're working with the archetype energies of the moon. By doing the spell, you're integrating the archetype energy, and it's going to help you create more balance. The Hermit tarot card spread is to find one's inner light. The Wheel of Fortune is to attract good fortune. The Lovers is to draw love into one's life. The Justice is to create justice against those that they thought that they got away with it. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. The Devil is to overcome the South Node, the ego. The Tower is to strike down people who, I know that sounds severe, but it's basically the energy of the Tower is something being struck down. So when you use the energy of the Tower, it's to get rid of the abuse of power in your life. Okay, come on, moon. The star spells to grant a wish. Okay, so the moon tarot card, number 18, answer no, zodiac, Cancer, or Pisces. The moon tarot card tells you that your faith will be tested. It also points to it being hard to think clearly, confusion, and being easily distracted. Deception, lies, paranoia, lunacy, secret enemies, hidden troubles, misfortunate events. Your family or friends may be in danger. Danger and warning for you and the ones that you love. So you'll pull one card for each position for the moon. And we've got position 1, the waning, position 2, the waxing. I want to read position 4, which is about the dog and the wolf that you see in the card. On the moon tarot card is a dog and a wolf that are howling at the moon. The card that you pull for this position reveals to who or what is speaking to the moon about you. The energy of the dog is very loyal and trustworthy. If you have issues with trust, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. The wolf howls at the moon to assemble the pack so that they can go out and hunt. It is a call to the hunting party to assemble. If there are predators living right around you, the Hierophant in the reverse could be the card that is pulled for this position. If you pull the Chariot in the reverse for this position, then you will know that crooked police authorities or officials are working against you. The dog and the wolf warn you of a setup that could be waiting to happen. So listen to what the card says for this position. Are you the hunter or are you the hunted? Position 5 is the crayfish. There is a crayfish right there. That's what a crayfish is. The crayfish represents the higher self, the highest power, and the highest force there is of pure creative energy. How your creativity affects your mood may be revealed in the card that is pulled for this position. The crayfish relates to resilience, self-expression, instinctive nature, abundance, and prosperity. If you pull the moon tarot card for this position, you will know that your year will be very abundant. Okay, so you get the gist. There's more tarot card positions, but I'm not going to read all of them because I know you guys want to get into the reading. So in the back of the book, I've created also a compendium of knowledge of what I've seen it could mean when you have different tarot cards, at least the major arcana coming out one next to each other. So let me get to the moon here. Okay, so the moon tells you that your personal faith and integrity will be tested by the Most High God or by others. The moon represents the powers of nighttime. The moon can cause lunacy, anxiety, or paranoia. Someone's personal security is at risk. There may be a secret hidden enemies working against you. These enemies are putting your family or friends at risk. Someone is using the moon to manifest. There may be confusion and distractions. Bad luck circles around you and the ones that you love. Someone has been speaking to the moon and backstabbing you. When you pull the moon in the reverse and then the sun card, it indicates that a lunar eclipse is affecting your connection and situation. If you pull the moon in the reverse, it shows that creativity and self-expression are accompanied by dark moods, depression, and erratic behaviors. There may be a lack of clear thinking. Someone is being kicked out of your energy. Their access to you has been denied. The moon in the reverse tells you that you are experiencing a major creative block due to your divine life purpose and overall destiny. If you pull the moon in the reverse, you could be a victim of destiny swapping or other magic using lunar cycles. Okay. So check that book out, you guys. The links to these books are in the description box below, along with the link to the original Rider-Waite deck. So you guys are about to have a breakthrough, a major breakthrough. Yeah, so the ace cards are better than the 10 cards because the ace cards come from God. The 10 cards come from the physical world. So like the 10 cards, something could try to take that away because if a person gave it to you, but the ace cards, nobody can take that away. So if you've got, and again, and when you know about tarot, I guess we are going to just work with the original Rider-Waite. Yeah, to start. Interesting. I have so many other decks. I'm just like, why are they saying the original Rider-Waite? I guess because you guys just need to understand the original system. On this channel, more I worked with, god damn, why can't I talk? On this channel, I work more with oracle cards usually. So my other platform, Astraea Love, that's where I really work with the tarot. So it's just interesting. I guess maybe we just need to get a good representation. But yeah, you guys are about to have a breakthrough. If you guys could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the platform. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, then I will be able to take $20 super chats per question, and I'll be able to answer your guys' question. So as we grow the channel, we're going to do that. And that's what our goal is. And so I will probably do something special to celebrate. I have a couple of decks that I could give out. They're specialty decks, but I do have a couple that I could give out. What do you call them? As a reward, like pull a name out of a bucket type thing. So when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I don't know why my mind is going blank on that, but yeah, we will do that. We'll do a giveaway. A giveaway. That's good enough. Because I do have 2 decks that I am totally willing to give away that I think, you know, people would like. All right. So what do we need to know about this breakthrough? Can I get a subject here? Okay, I get it. It has to do with your spiritual path. There's something being removed out of the way. It's like, if you guys like dragons, maybe you could be seeing a lot of dragon stuff come up in your feed, or you could be very attracted to dragons, or you just have always loved dragons. What the hell was that? A deck just fell on the ground. That's what that was. Because I didn't put them, I guess, I don't know why the hell that fell. Actually, both of those decks I need. I'll have to get down there and get them. Anyways, so there's something that's distracting me. There's something that's trying to distract you because it doesn't want you being on your purpose. This is why there's going to be a massive breakthrough that happens. I feel like also something is trying to get your attention. You could be like seeing something in your vision, or there could be certain things that are happening that are trying to get your attention. It's so that when this shift happens, I mean, I do get that whatever this energy is, it's being caused by CERN, but there's nothing we can do about that. So it's like, it is what it is. There is an energy that's trying to get your attention, but it's kind of because it wants your attention. I mean, that sounds basic, but it is. It wants your attention. You painted a picture of dragon and a fairy not long ago. That is totally your energy. Yeah. It's like you're being protected by all this fire and by all these angels that have swords. And so this energy, whatever it is, it's trying to send something to influence you to just be distracted. Like, that's what it is. And it doesn't even want me to get that out, because that's what its main goal is, to distract you so that you pay attention to it. This could be a narcissist, or this could just be somebody that legit wants your energy, and they want your attention, they want your time, they feel entitled. I'm sure by the end of the reading, you'll figure out who this person is. But this person feels like you should be devoting energy to it, or they, or them. Okay. And I feel like you can be over here in your destiny doing what you need to do. Oh, I love you guys so much too. And everything will go fine. Like literally when you get distracted, just get back on track. That's my best advice, because the Knight of Pentacles energy, there is something that's working really hard to get your attention, but it wants you to stop looking at this victory that you're having. I completely think that that would be not productive for you, to give your energy to a Knight of Pentacles who is working very hard to distract you. I'm serious. If this is about somebody trying to put you up under a love spell, it's never going to fucking work. I'm serious about that. There are some people you cannot do love spells on. You can't do any type of spell on some types of people. And I would never even try to fucking do a spell on somebody that's protected by God like this. Ace of Swords. I'm serious. Your 10 of Pentacles, your investment, your home, your community, your sanity, your life, your health, it's protected by God. And so what are these people going to do about it? But just try to distract you so that you give energy to them. Why don't these people go to the creator or go find something else to get energy from? That's what I want to know. What the fuck is this about? Like, why? Why do you have to put your freaking, why does God have to put its sword up to protect your investment? I feel like you guys have really big energy. That's kind of what this is about. You're being divinely protected and divinely guided, though. 5 of Wands. This other energy is trying to compete with you for your own energy. No, call your energy and your power back to you, please. Because I'm serious. Let some stupid person try to compete for the shit that comes from you and your connection. When you have a connection to God, you have a connection to limitless, forever, continual positive energy. And when you focus on that connection, it raises you above situations like this. This person is hoping that one day you won't pray, one day you won't meditate, one day you won't go for a walk, you won't, listen to me, you won't listen to God. Like, this person is straight up praying that nobody ever is able to give you assistance but them. That's crazy. This person's whole, oh, I care about them so much. They need to shut the fuck up. This person cares about competing with you. They care about your resources. They care about you as a human, you as a person, you as somebody that has worth? No. This person likes to use people and then discard them. This is why they're going to be used and discarded. And if they feel like you are going to discard them, they're going to try to destroy you. But they don't have the power to do that because there's no real competition. The competition's in this person's fucking head. It's not in the real world. Like, nobody is confused about who is who. This person cannot stand in your power, stand in your destiny, do what you do, have your ideas, because they are not you. And this person thinks that everything in God's creation is stupid. They think that there's nothing watching, that, I'm sorry, but there are angels that only are eyeballs. There's no more to them other than eyeballs. So yeah, we're always being watched by those, and by a higher power. It's like, this person thinks that everything that they're doing is not known and seen. And God's like, yeah, I already know that this person would betray you, that they would come in, try to steal your destiny, then try to become you. And I only need one of you. Thank you. Like, your higher self is like, I created one of me for this reality. There doesn't need to be two. Fucking weird ass MK Ultra clones. I'm serious. This person. This is why whatever CERN is doing, it's causing this situation. And I don't mean to keep blaming CERN, but whatever they're doing, they're fucking some shit up. They're like inviting in weird ass things. I don't know what to call them. But they're opening some type of gateway to something like this. And they're letting this shit come through. And I'm just glad that I have a connection to God, so I don't need to be afraid of it. It makes me think about all that weird shit that's written in Revelation, that I think somebody was like on drugs or mushrooms or some shit and was seeing all these weird creatures. I don't know. It's giving me that vibe. Maybe what they were predicting was what CERN was going to do with their fucked up ass experiments, making life much harder for everybody than it needs to be, especially with this devil energy and the competition and the lust and the greed and all that shit. It doesn't even need to be that way. In fact, God is not confused. God knows who you are. God knows who this person is. God knows who's supposed to be doing what. The divine realm, the universe is not ignorant. It's not stupid. But it can only give us what we put out. And that's the way it's been designed. That's just the way it's been designed. And so if we're, and it goes off of our vibration. If we're putting off the vibration of fear, it's going to give us fear. If we're putting off the vibration of love, it's going to give us love. What you give out, you will get back. In your thoughts, I would not associate with your thoughts. Do not believe that you are your thoughts. I would try to be an observer of them. Sometimes I will catch, a lot of times actually, I will catch myself where I'm about to go down like a rabbit hole, I would call it, like with my thoughts, like where it could just go really, get really pissed off really fast. And I have to be like, stop. And then, but not, I don't always catch it. And then I end up in the rabbit hole trying to crawl myself out of that shit mentally. And it takes going to sleep, or it takes a day or two sometimes to get out of whatever I've rabbit holed. So the more that you can become aware of what you're thinking, so that you don't jump down that rabbit hole just like instinctively, the better things are going to be. And this devil energy wants you to think that you are your thoughts, because if it can get you to believe that, then it can do whatever it wants. That's the way that this energy feels. And there's certain people that are psychically aware that this energy will never fuck with, because they know that they're psychically aware. This is the type of energy that wants to take advantage of somebody that's not awake. Six of Pentacles. I was just thinking of, I wonder if this is like 666, the beast type shit. Like whatever their machine is could be the beast. I don't know. The six of Pentacles is very abstract construct to me. And I don't see an Antichrist. There was an Antichrist spirit, but I killed that shit and I got rid of it for me. But it was stalking me for like a month though. But yeah, fuck that shit. So weird. So the Six of Pentacles talks about, these people owing the devil. They owe a payment to the devil and they're broke. And they're trying to compete with you. And the devil probably hyped this person up. It's like, yeah. Oh, you want their fate? You want their destiny? You want their blessings? Oh, you want their connection to God? You want their life? Yeah, you can have that. The devil is a liar. It just sets people up. I'm serious. This energy is either knowingly doing it or they're unknowingly setting you up because you're connected to God for judgment. I think that it thinks it's funny. It probably thinks that humans are amusing. It kind of gives me the whatever CERN's doing is opening a portal to like the upside down world, like in Stranger Things. It gives me a vibe of that, and Venom, the alien venom or whatever it is when it falls on the people, falls on the person, and it turns into venom. It's giving me like a combination of those two, which I'm like, I don't think I want to experience either of those. No, thank you. So yeah, what is here? This judgment card. Yeah, oops. These people are going to be saying, oops. Oh, I did this. Oops. I did that. Oops. They don't want you to know this, though. They do not want you to know that you are powerful on your own. That these people want you to stay in the dark, afraid. And this is why you're having a breakthrough, because you are valiant and courageous. You probably carry the energy of a knight. Like you guys are honorable, you're noble, you're people that are just good. You're good people. This is why this type of shit, even with the experiments being done and whatever rituals are being done, which is a bad fucking goddamn combination. And I'm sorry, God, but the witchcraft shit and all these all of the files and all of that shit being added and applied to the scientific bullshit, that is a recipe for disaster. You know, whatever happened when Atlantis was sunk, I hope that shit doesn't happen again. And I hope there wasn't stuff like what's going on now. I know there was experiments, but I hope that that shit does not repeat itself. Like, the hell. Well, I guess CERN is located in Sweden, so it would be a little far away from where I'm at. But still, it's just a scary thought. It's like, oh shit. No wonder things are changing so in such a weird way. I feel like there's going to be a big separation between two vibrations. King of Swords, Judgment, and the King of Swords. This is not good for this person. They could be in spiritual court. They're like seriously getting judged, and God does not judge, but the human world will. And you know, the courts, you have to think of it this way. Why this person's going to be persecuted for their crimes is because the courts, that's how they make their money, is by people paying fines. So, you know, they want to continue to exist. And, you know, it says justice for you to have your way, for you to have this 10 of Pentacles. I just heard, it is justice. Even this devil energy agrees that it's justice for you to have your own energy, your own way, is what I was going to say. But energy came out. This devil even agrees with that. That's why it did this to this person. It completely betrayed this person for you. That's interesting. Who would have thought when the upside down world shit happens and the creatures come through that they're going to come through and protect you? Nobody could have predicted that. I'm serious. Nobody could have predicted that. Six of Swords. Oh my God, you guys. This is so bad for this person. The freaking Six of Pentacles owing money. Judgment. The last judgment too. The King of freaking Swords. That's somebody who's in a position to judge, like a judge that represents a judge. And then the the King of Swords and the Six of Swords, which is a court case, having to flee by water. That's crazy. Holy shit. This person is in trouble. Seeing the cards like that, that is like a bad sign. I feel like this person is going to try to run and they're going to get caught. What else do we need to know? Yeah, your investment's fine. Ace of Wands. This is a perfect time for you to begin new projects. Like literally, not just new projects, but like go on new adventures. The Ace of Wands means whatever you put your enthusiasm and passion and creative energy into, God is going to come and back with a lot of support. So the Wands is like a magical energy. It involves air and it's a quick movement. I mean, all of the elements have their strengths of what they do, but this is like you being able to reach the people that you need to reach. Five of Swords. Like I said, these people will be in court for their illegal, immoral conduct and for their need to self-preserve themselves to destroy everybody else while creating a bunch of fucking mischief and hurting others. I mean, there's no reason for anybody to be hurting another person. I don't care what their excuse is. I don't care if they say they're possessed or if they're angry or if they feel entitled to it. I do not agree. I don't think we should be hurting other people intentionally or unintentionally. And I consider women to be people just like men are people. Okay. I know there's lots of places in the world that don't consider women to be humans. Basically, I am so grateful that I'm in the position that I'm in. Thank you, God. Like straight up. Thank you. Just thank you, God. Thank you so much. Thank you, Divine Realm. The more grateful you are, the less hateful you are. And I feel like also these people are not grateful for their lives. They don't show any gratitude for the lessons that you taught them. Not like you were teaching them lessons intentionally, but this person not being able to take you down is teaching them a lesson. So like unintentionally, by you winning and you being protected, you are teaching them a lesson, but you weren't consciously doing it. It's just a side effect of this person losing. They've lost control of themselves and they want to blame somebody else. I feel like whoever this person is, they are a dangerous person. If they drink too much. If they're doing whatever they're doing too much of it and it's causing them to to put their hands on people. This could be one reason that they're in court. They can't keep it together. Interesting. They could be in spiritual court or physical court. But yeah, the Five of Swords talks about illegal and immoral conduct coming to light. So whatever these people were trying to do, backfire. Even if they got away with it for a time, they're getting caught up now. As it should be. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. This person was only looking out for themselves, and this devil's like, hey, you didn't look out for me. I mean, this is hilarious to me. Eight of Swords. You have got to be joking. This is probably like somebody being straight up sentenced. Immoral conduct. You have got to be joking. The devil, the Six of Pentacles, payment, owing, the judgment, the last judgment, being judged, the King of Swords, which is a judge, the Six of Swords, which is a lawsuit, to the Five of Swords, which is illegal and immoral conduct. So this is what they're in there for. And then you've got the Eight of Swords, which is jail. This person is going to jail, and they're possibly going to hell as well. Interesting. Wow, the way that those cards came out like that paints a very clear picture of where this person is headed. And I don't know, if CERN does not have the spiritual ability to, after these beings from this other world come through here, they don't have the ability to send them back. It's not going to happen. So I like literally all of the things that were like in Revelations that were like monsters coming out of the ground or whatever, that could be literally like Stranger Things, like what the fuck they're doing with the experiments, and then the side effect of the rituals, all of that happening at once. That is like the recipe for a huge disaster. Like, I don't mean to laugh at that because it's not funny, but that's a recipe for a huge disaster. The human population, man, there's like no reason that we should be trying to get the God particle. We already have it. We are the manifestation of the God particle. What the fuck do they not understand about that? Just study the life that's already here. We don't need to open portals to different dimensions and let demonic creatures and I'm not trying to label them that way, but they are scary, and they would scare anybody. Like, seriously. So this is what I'm saying. Like, there's no need for that. All of this other shit that was being done on the islands and stuff, there's literally no need for it. So why is it done? Because people want to play God. And this is what you're looking at. Somebody that wanted to play God. And you know about them. You're like, yeah, you're not my God. Excuse me. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm here to actually speak the truth and guide people towards the light, guide people towards themselves, towards their higher self. You're here to show other people that they can do better. And that's not to be like you're taunting them, but in a way, you are the example of them doing better, and they just need to do better. Emperor, forget the fact that this person looks old. You guys have mastered something. You have a loving relationship with your higher self. I feel like you have your highest self always knows what's for your highest and best good. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. And literally, when you just look at things like not in alignment with higher self or in alignment with higher self. If it feels good, it's in alignment with your higher self. Some things that you think feel good don't actually feel as good as you think, like getting completely trashed. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If you do that every once in a while, cool. Just take care of your body. If you do it once a week, you may want to take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you drink a lot of water. But I mean, like, I'm not a judgmental person. I just think that doing things that love you, taking a spa day, going out, taking yourself out to eat, cooking yourself a nice meal, things that make you feel safe and grounded and connected to a home within yourself with God. Like that's your foundation. Your foundation is what you have within. Anything could happen at any given moment. We could be, I don't want to say a bunch of weird things that could happen, but like we could be imprisoned at any moment by an extraterrestrial race that CERN lets in. That's not going to happen, though. I'm telling you. We're probably already were imprisoned. That's probably what Earth is. But that's not what's going to happen. But just think of it this way, that anything could fucking happen at any given moment. And you're lucky to be alive. You're fortunate. You're blessed. And you're too blessed to be stressed with this dumb shit. I can tell you that. You're not going to deal with this person. You're over here getting justice. Your justice is for you to have a life that you feel is worth something. And I feel like your life's worth is bigger than any amount of money could ever pay. Okay? These people, they want to buy and sell others. Like that's what they do. And they think that they can do that based off of whatever their weird mental shit is. And I'm telling you that they can do that with some people that will play the victim, but you are a rebel. You are not going to be nobody's victim. You're going to question this broken ass system and you're going to rebuke it and you're going to say no to it because that's just the person that you are. And like, this is why you're meant to be a leader. You also have endurance and stamina in times where like, because something just made me really dizzy and I was like, what the fuck is that? Again, I'm just going to do the moon, the God technique and rise above it. So it's got to do something with the moon here. Yeah, it has to do with the moon. Okay, so like a moon cycle. Where's the moon at right now? Do I even have a moon? I do have a moon app on this one. Okay, we're at February 26th at 78% full, which means the next full moon is in 4.3 days. And yeah, 78% full. Okay, so it's getting bigger. It's in the sign of Cancer right now, which has to do with, well, it's got to do with friends, relationships, emotions, that type of thing. Okay, interesting. It also has to do with Pluto, the planet, or the moon, whatever they decided it was. When I grew up, it was a planet. Now they're saying it's a moon, whatever. I also get that, like, there is a pattern here that has been repeated enough to the point where now higher forces of justice have been involved, like literally. Yeah, this person, they want forgiveness. They want your forgiveness. It doesn't matter if you forgive them or not. They're not getting out of this trouble that they're in. What the hell? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, your personal legacy for your future is protected. These children that you are going to have are protected, or that you already do have, they're divinely protected. And you could be somebody that advocates for children. I love that. I think our children are our future and they're the most important thing. They're just as important as an adult. And they should be treated like they have human rights. 3 of Cups. Literally, you're about to be very popular. Yeah, you feel like anything is possible, but I also feel like there's a hesitancy to move forward because you don't know if justice is going to be served. It is. It's being served. Whether you see it or not, I don't think it's relevant. Just know that it is happening. Part of your justice is for you to be able to celebrate and connect with others, because these people, they don't want you doing anything. They wanted you bound to an energy that is not going to hurt or harm you. But it's going to do something to these people. It already has. That's what it looks like. Queen of Pentacles. People think that they're so fucking smart. You could be like sensitive to social issues, political issues. You could be very interested in that. There's a Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yuck. This is somebody that has emotional problems. It could be a male under 40, or they could be in their 40s or their 50s. But this person cannot connect to their higher self for some reason. Has emotional problems, cannot commit, no discipline, angers easily, brash, cocky attitude, appears successful, but he is in act, keeps dark secrets, can be extremely cruel and abusive, promises a relationship, but leaves after he gets what he wants, charming but superficial. Ew. The fuck? No. No, thank you. Yeah. You're showing up as the Emperor, which means you had to get in boss mode, and you're using your intuition when it comes to these people. If you are a Cancer, that's dope. Yeah, if you're moving, if you're starting a new thing, do not take the past with you. This person, they want to stay relevant. They're like, anyway, I could stay relevant. They're not relevant to your life anymore. They just need to understand that this person is very twisted and fucked up and evil. And I don't mean to be judgmental, but they are evil. Like that's the way they are. This entity that they're trying to work with is not even evil, but it will show up as the devil because these people are trying to manipulate it. 6 of Cups. This is about children. This devil energy is turned on these people. That's hilarious. You could be somebody that's meant to work with children, or you could be very good with children. I've always been good around children. Children just seem to love me. They always have. Because they can sense, they're kind of like dogs, not in a way that dogs can sense when somebody's good or not. Like, so can children. 9 of Pentacles. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need these people, and that's what their problem is. That you're stable. You would literally think that it would be like opposite, but that's what these people, they have a problem with you being stable. They need to get over it. And they don't like you being sensitive to like helping people in need. Oh, well, you guys are going to support the people you want to support. And they want you to shut up. They want me to shut up. These people do. Not the universe. It's just these people. I'm serious. Beyond these people, I don't feel like there's anything against you or coming for you in any type of way. These people are the problem. They're being dealt with, though. Like, literally, these people are being dealt with by the universe. You don't even have to do anything. 9 of Swords. These people they're grieving. 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords is like imprisonment, sickness, and that's not good. No bueno for them. I also feel like, you could be not in a traditional relationship, which would be like marriage or in a religion or something. You could be like literally come from a certain type of culture, and you're not doing what that culture has done in the past. Okay. It's okay for you to expand. Sometimes marriage is not for everybody. Sometimes having kids is not for everybody. Everybody's journey is going to be different, but the more that you go within and you access your higher self, the easier it is for you to find your highest and best path. That way, no matter what CERN does to the timelines, and no matter how much shit they try to change and erase, it won't matter, because you are connected to something that cannot be created nor destroyed, called God. Like, literally, there's a part of you that is your higher self that is not separate from you. You just think it's separate from you because you were told that. And that's the lie about what your name is. Even though your name does give information about your purpose, you are not your purpose. You are so much more than that. You just think of how long just think of how God creates. God does not just like snap things into existence like a genie. It could. I mean, maybe it does, it did in Genesis or whatever, but I'm telling you, that things grow. When you give birth to a person, it takes 9 months for that person to come into existence because you have to grow it within yourself and nurture it. Okay. And so just like anything that's in nature, like trees, plants, animals, all made up of God's energy. That's why when you read nature, when you're out in nature and nature's interacting, listen to the signs that nature gives you. If you have an animal that crosses your path, especially if it looks at you dead in the face and just stares at you kind of weird and then keeps moving, that is a sign to be like, hey, I'm making myself like known in your presence so that you know that there is something to look at. And it's not always a bad thing, but I know how to interpret nature just because I can kind of understand what animals are saying. I know how to read nature, and God communicates through nature. God manifests things through growing them. So think of it that way, that you can grow to be more like your higher self and less like the version of you that were told from the moment you were born that you were, which is separate from everything, and which you're not. The star. See, when you go within and tap into that star ability, you bring in this new consciousness. It's going to be a shift of power, but it's also going to be you stepping into an ability, a talent, a skill set, and you utilizing it. You utilizing that star energy. Sometimes when people are not using their gifts and abilities, that's when the destiny thief will come up and try to steal that gift and ability. And then it causes that person to awaken to that gift and ability once they have somebody trying to steal it. Like, and that's why God allows the shit to go on, because either way, it's going to push you into using the ability that God gave you. So you might as well just do it now without having to, and if you need to be in your purpose, using your ability to inspire others, it's like a timeline thing. When, even though time is not a timeline, it's God is beyond time. Still, the universe will come in and send you messages. Sometimes if you stay in like a job that you're not supposed to be in, the universe will send in either a positive stimulus, like a new opportunity, a new job opportunity somewhere else, or it'll get you fired from your job so that you have to choose a new opportunity. So again, just trust that the universe is going to guide you. Okay. You can choose your highest and best path just by choosing things that are in alignment with God, which is love, joy, compassion, and peace. You're going to do so much better than these people that continue to bark at the fucking moon about you. I would just say, go bark at the moon about it, literally. That's what these people are grieving about, that all of this time that they spent up under the fucking moon, barking about you, howling about you, and complaining that the moon didn't give a shit at all. Like I said, that was the last reading I just did. The moon cannot do certain, like, I don't know why people think that the moon can do certain things that it can't. It's just weird. Wherever they're getting this knowledge from, no. Just no. They're not going to override God's intention for your life, your higher self's intention. These people are not going to fucking override God with something that God created. I'm sorry, but that's pathetic. That's straight up stupidity. Hierophant. There could be a whole group of these idiots that are just all dumb. These people consider themselves to be better because of their religion or spiritual caste or whatever. And that is a human-made construct that has nothing the fuck to do with God. It has to do with human control. Written and made by humans. Any of the people that are in the books, Muhammad didn't have a Muhammad. Jesus didn't have a Jesus. There was no church. So, these are all man-made constructs. You guys are like not buying into that, or at least you're buying out of it. And, it's helping you become closer to real God, which is within you. Eight of Cups. These people have to walk away dissatisfied. They're going to be unhappy with the outcome of the situation because their seeds were not good seeds to be sown. They want something dramatic to happen, like to be like a drama where they can watch it. They'll never get the satisfaction of having that experience. That's pathetic. Pathetic. I also get that these people truly do believe that they are superior to others for whatever reason. They're being shown that they're not, and that whatever methods they use are bullshit. It's not in alignment with the highest and best good of everybody. This is why it's not happening the way that they want it to happen. Your life is going to unfold the way you want it to happen because you're the creator of it. These people, they are not your God. They are not going to create your reality for you. That's point blank, period. I don't care what fucking planet, star, moon, galaxy, or whatever the hell they work with. It's not going to happen. These people are experiencing bad luck because they idiotically, and you have to be a fucking idiot to think that you're going to use God's creation to cancel out something that God is doing now. Like, what? Even saying that aloud makes me feel stupid. It makes me feel like I lowered my IQ. Just saying that out loud. Like, but that's, so these people think like that. Like, they don't think that anything is watching them. They're about to feel like something's watching them. This is when these people will let it go and walk away. When they feel, oh, I'm being monitored. No, these people are already in the doghouse. The Empress, because they keep trying to fuck with the divine feminine frequency. And again, we hold both feminine and masculine frequencies within us, but the Empress is the highest female ranking card in the deck. You cannot be competed with. The Three of freaking Swords, which just fell into my lap. These people have to walk away from trying to betray you and cause sorrow in your life. Possibly because you won't worship a false god that they worship. I mean, that's literally what this is about. Anything that they give a name is not God. That's a being. Okay, God is beyond that. Nine of Cups. God is everything, but at the same time, this is why God is so awesome. Wish fulfillment. Empress, wish fulfillment. Your dreams come true. The Star, that could be very well prophetic dreams. And this is coming through your divine masculine. So if you have family members that are females on your side of the family that were intuitives, that were stars, that had ability, this is where it's coming from. You have some type of royal ancestry here. Spiritually royal and extraterrestrially royal. This is why you're always going to be abundant. And your children will be as well. Eight of Wands. You got these people at a standstill. They're like, what do we do now that we are not going to be able to get away with our dumb shit? What do we do? They don't know what to do. That's kind of sad. I feel like these people feel like you were the perfect sacrifice, but you are having a breakthrough right in these people's faces. You're happily ever after. Wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, like great friends, family. It's really rubbing somebody the wrong way because they're not a part of it. That's like what I'm getting. You are a very prophetic dreamer. Absolutely. Absolutely. I see it here with the Star and the Empress and the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Yeah. What you see will happen. So, and it's not for you to try to change it unless you know that you can. Some things you can change when you see a vision by getting rid of the thought and belief and rising above it and healing it. It changes the outcome. When you work on yourself, you take total control. Page of Cups. You're dealing with people that wanted to sacrifice you for like, so they could have, their children could have good shit. Like, the Page of Cups is like somebody that really, really likes fancy clothes and caviar with that fish in the cup, and they have nothing to offer. You're not going to waste your resources on somebody that has nothing to offer the world other than give me, give me, give me, give me. I also get that there's new people that the structures have to change because you're having a breakthrough. 10 of Wands. You're not carrying, this is like this person wanting you to hold up the whole fucking world like Atlas. That's not your job. Your job is to take care of yourself, and if you have a direct descendant, like a child, to take care of them and help them, teach them how to take care of themselves. I get that these people want you carrying all of the burden, doing all of the weight, lifting all of the weight, and for what? Like, they don't even have anything to contribute. These people think their bullshit sex is something to contribute. You don't want to have sex with these people? I'm serious. You do not want to have sex with these people. It doesn't matter if they send in somebody charming, somebody young, somebody whatever the fuck they're thinking of doing. They might as well just stop while they're at it, because it's not going to work. You don't accept fake, and you're not going to be burdened by somebody else's bullshit. Somebody could be trying to blame you for like a STD. You have nothing to do with these people. Four of Pentacles. These people wanted your gifts that came from God. They're like, let me just do something to get that position of authority. These people want to be able to call judgment on people. They want to be able to read energy. They want to be able to see the future. Why don't they just invest in themselves? Like, seriously. 10 of Swords. Like, what could you have ever done to these people where, besides winning with the Wheel of Fortune, to make them feel like they needed to stick 10 fucking swords in your back? This is the way that the universe now feels about them. That each and every one of them involved needs 10 swords. That 10 swords, one sword would have done somebody in. 10 is like extreme. I also get that there's a veil being lifted and there's a breakthrough happening. You're breaking through the resistance. These people, they did not know that you have the ability, because it's your destiny and your fate to be a leader. You have the ability to break through impossible situations. And with God, anything is possible. And you have God. So these people, their God is something the fuck else. That's not actually God. It would love to be God, and it thought it was God. But is it actually God? No. Some type of demiurge thing. Yalda Bayoth energy. But yeah. I also get that you guys could have, ancient Egyptian roots from another lifetime. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, the tables are turning in your favor. These people are contemplating and wondering what you've done, what you did to change something. No, this was always going to be the outcome. They just didn't have the eyes to see it because they were never looking for what's happening to themselves. They only looked for you. You know what I mean? Ooh, I caught those. They did not fall. The World and the 2 of Cups. You have a soul contract with the World to be a light worker, to be a starseed, to be a healer, to share your destiny and your good fortune with others. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is a soul contract. You could also have a twin flame union. These people know this shit. That's why they want to come in and like knock, knock, knock. Let me in. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. You're like, fuck no. Yeah. Like literally, you are finally standing in your power and you're getting your wishes fulfilled. The Tower. These people have abused their power so many times. They got used to getting away with it. And now these people are literally being struck down. And they think that it's you. You're not playing God in these people's lives. You don't even give a fuck about them. This is just the universe's reaction to what they keep trying to do to others. And you're not the only person that they wanted to victimize. You're just one of the many, but you are the last one. Like, these people are now being judged for it. 9 of Wands. And they feel wounded because they're up under judgment because they fucked with you. That's 100% on you. That's 100% on them is what I meant to say. But this person wants it to be on you. That's why that came out. They want it to be 100% on you. It's not, though. These people just need to look within themselves. They would find the answer. They really would. And it would get them, like the Tower. You look at the Tower and you would think that that's the worst thing that could ever happen. But I can guarantee that not all towers are negative. When a tower occurs in your life, it could just knock you out of place for a moment because the position you were in was not good. Like, it doesn't have to be something that's negative, but it does bring about a lot of change. And you guys have intuitive abilities that were gifted because you are a trusted bloodline. Like, God knows what God's doing. Your higher self knows what's for your highest and best good. These people want you to think that they are your highest and best good, and they want you to not love yourself and not love God, and to give them the attention instead. And they're just greedy and self-centered because these people only care, they don't love themselves, they only care about themselves. There's a difference. It's a major difference. You're over here loving yourself, and this is why you're being shown love. It's the direct effect of you loving yourself. 5 of Cups. These people are in major regret because they can't wish that you didn't love yourself. That's like trying to control somebody else's mind. You do care about yourself. Maybe in the past you didn't know how to love yourself. You're figuring it out. You're doing more things that are for your highest and best good every day. You're listening to the guidance. You're seeing the angel numbers. You guys are picking up on the commentary from the universe about what's going on within you. Everything on the outside is a reflection of what's going on within. 4 of Wands. This could be like you having an awakening, completing a project, reaching a goal, making a milestone, committing with another person. It could also be you coming together and uniting with like a group, a family, a bloodline. You could be creating something very brand new, and it's going to bring a lot of freedom to other people. And you guys are very creative people. Some of you guys could want to be directors to movies. You guys are very creative people. I would put to use this creative energy. Yeah, you have a new period of freedom where new choices are going to begin to come to you, and this is a major breakthrough, and these people are going to throw a fit. Just expect that, but don't pay it any mind. Okay, when people come to bully you or stalk you or whatever, just know that they have problems, and you heal whatever it is that pulled them in. You release whatever that is. Magician, because you have the power to stand in your own, you have your own power to stand in your own life and use authority over your own life, and to say, hey, enough when the bullshit is being done, enough. You have the power to, as above, so below. And remember that, as above is so below. When the above unites with the below, that's when you're standing in your own power, and that's what this magician is doing. The Baphomet, or Baphomet, however you say it, is doing, it's like a goat thing that's got like titties and a penis and a caduceus that goes up. It's, people think it's really negative, but it's a representation of unifying female and male together, and animal and human. It's like, it's supposed to include everything. Anyways, that is doing the as above, so below. So that's where that comes from, that saying. 2 of Swords. Look, these people are freaking blocked. They're in denial also, because they still think that defeating you is possible, and they don't see your strength. Maybe you don't see your strength. I feel like you naturally have organic magic. You have organic magic within you. What are these people going to do about what naturally emanates from you? It's not like you're flexing in their face. It's like you're just moving forward and making a new way for yourself. You're not intentionally trying to trigger them or make them feel insecure. You have a whole group of people here that love you, that want to commit to you, that want you to do well, and that want to see you thrive. You have a whole community here that you're going to make stronger, and you're going to help these people cope with whatever they've gone through whatever art you create, whatever movie, whatever this is that you're inspired about. That's what you should be going towards. You're going to reach, the end of this. It feels like a labyrinth that you've been going through. You're at the end of it. 8 of Pentacles. And this is what it's all about, is the work that you do. It's not just about your work life, but this work is going to change other people's lives. Think of it that way, is that you contributing to your community in whatever way, This could be any type of project. This could be any type of talent you have. It could be anything, a business, anything. An investment. By you contributing in a positive way, you are putting yourself in a position to continually receive rewards. And that's what's going to happen. And if you're getting ready to move, there's going to be a whole soul tribe of people that collaborate around you. You don't have anything to fear here when it comes to you being able to do this work. You're divinely protected. And you can protect yourself. Like, you don't even need angelic protection because you can protect yourself. These people, they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you can protect yourself from them. 5 of Pentacles. Because these people are down and out. They're experiencing the worst times in their life while you're experiencing the best. It just seems like it's fair. It's like these people's hearts were weighed and they were found heavy as hell. So this is why they're not able to penetrate your protection, because you got Archangel Michael here, Sagittarius energy, providing you protection for the work that you're doing, because you are receiving an Ace of Pentacles here from God for doing the work. So again, you will be protected. You just have to believe in that and know that. And when these situations come to the surface, it's because maybe you had a lifetime where somebody did put you in the need of hospitality and the energy of homelessness. That could be something from your past in this life or another life to look at, because these people seem to want to use you not having a place to live against you in some type of way. Like, they're fucking weird. But yeah, these people want a place to live. They also are experiencing extreme weather conditions wherever they're at. It's because they suck. King of Cups. They're being guided, though. That I feel like you're of wise counsel. You probably told these people to leave you the fuck alone, and then they didn't listen. Like, whose fault is that? You warned them. Like, it's just like the warning I give at the beginning. It's like, don't bully me, anybody in the chat, or anybody in the collective. We just prayed to God and asked for our spiritual team to handle the shit. Don't fuck it up. Like, you couldn't have been any more clear with, like, leave me the fuck alone and stop trying to fuck with me. This person, you gave them very wise advice. They just decided not to listen to it. Their pride and their ego was much bigger than the fool. This is what I'm saying. Their foolish choices have led them to where they're at, being casted away. I feel like, it's giving me the energy of like somebody wanting to get into your house. If you're moving, don't let these people come with you. Don't post your address. Don't tell people where you're at. Don't share your location, not for a while. So you can get like steady and stable there. And then if you feel like doing that, but I would not share it with these people. I wouldn't share anything with them. No. I mean, their intentions are weird as fuck. It's not even super clear how they want to do all this weird shit, but it is clear that they have the desire to. They're connected to this dark entity, King of Wands. They thought that they were fooling other people about you. You don't want a King of Wands. The hell? No, thank you. Keep it to yourself. Keep it pushing. These people think that they stole opportunities from you. And no, it's not possible. An opportunity that's for you will never be able to be taken if it's truly for you. Somebody came and took your man, took your girl, took your whatever. It's because that thing was not for your highest and best good for some reason. 4 of Cups. These people are discontent and bored. They don't like the cup that the universe has given them. They don't want to accept the fact that they're not going to be able to see you down and out. They're not going to be able to see you suffering or struggling. They need to just get the fuck over it. I mean, literally, you're over here in the Ace of Pentacles. They can't do anything about what God is going to do for you. Queen of Cups. And for them to think that this is all that you are, is a soft, nurturing, kind person, that's ridiculous. Even a goddess has to use her machete from time to time. 7 of Swords. Yeah, this person is like, they're running away from their decisions. They know that leaving you alone, because they thought that isolating you was going to work, they know that leaving you alone is now going to make you stronger. And so these people just have to be okay with the fact that you have moved on, that you are doing better without them, and that you don't need them. It's kind of reminding me like American gods, like you're the new gods and these people are the old ones, and they don't like the transition of power, but it is what it is. You've been created already. What the fuck are they going to do about that? Queen of Swords, you cut these people off because you're like, I don't want to play this stupid game that you're playing. You did not want to play these people's games. And this is why you said no to them. You're just like, I don't want to include sorrow and suffering and stress and drama in my life. So goodbye. And these people took it so personally. And all they needed to do was change the way that they were. But you're not going to sit around waiting for somebody else to fucking change. That's the biggest waste of time. You're over here getting to work. And these people, all they work on is trying to create and wish against you, like trying to create something that will never be. Two of Wands. They want to know what your dreams are, what your future is, what your where you're going, what you're working on. Weirdos, you guys. Seven of Cups, because this person's still stuck in some type of delusion that they drank. Some type of delusion. Maybe they owe a King of Pentacles. These people are delusional, thinking that you're going to sell your soul to the devil or make a deal with them. The fuck is wrong with them? I'm serious. Stupids. You're not going to make a deal with this King of Pentacles person. Seven of Wands. If you have to defend yourself, these people will be wiped completely off the face of the earth. Archangel Michael's card was already out here. These people have no idea what it actually takes to be you. This is why they can't. I don't think they'll ever get an opportunity to do anything to touch what you've created. Okay, what do we need to know as a conclusion here? I just realized the time. Death. This is the end for them. You know, the ending, death doesn't always mean a physical death. It could just be the ending to something. You defending yourself, standing your ground and saying, no, I'm not going to give in to this. No, I don't want to do that. That's your right as a person. Okay, you have free will. You don't have to say yes to whatever these people want from you. And point blank period, they're not going, yeah, lonely, delusional life. They're not going to get it. They just want you to suffer, and that's not your purpose. That's not what you're here for. It's really not. You're here to thrive, and you are here to strive. And is this time for you to move forward? It's time for you to have a breakthrough. It's also time for you to be freed up from a situation that was just going to continue to drain you. This Knight of Wands in the reverse is broke. Okay, these people are broke and broken, and they want your assistance. And you're not here to help them. You're here to help the other people who love themselves enough to help themselves. And these people will learn. You just got to give it a little bit of time and allow this breakthrough to happen the way that it's meant to. And you just continue to move on. And if these people cross your mind, think loving thoughts towards them and keep it pushing. Don't allow them to ruin your day or to get you out of your character or to make you upset. There's no point for that. Okay, you've already made it through a major transition to where you've learned how to control your emotions for the most part. Don't be hard on yourselves. If you have little trip ups, it's okay. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got 115 people watching and 59 likes on the videos. So love yourselves, you guys. You're doing really well. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the books that are in the description box below. The first one is The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive workbook. And when you see me doing the different techniques, like the God technique, where I'm rising above and connecting with my higher self, that comes from this book. The joy versus anger technique, when you see me asking yes and no question, that comes from this book. The 1 to 10 ratio on compatibility, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, that comes from this book. And the mind technique, where I have to get rid of the thoughts and beliefs that are causing the situation, that also comes from this book. So this book, you do not have to be psychic to use this book to gain a connection to God, to your higher self, to tap in and to raise your vibration. This is like the cheat code to the universe. Literally, people are like, well, how'd you get to where you're at? This is how. using the techniques in that book with my gifts and abilities. And so the links to these books are in the description box below. The second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written, but I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with the Ars Goetia spirit named Vassago. Vassago maps the human consciousness and also is a spirit of divination and knows about tarot intimately. So he's a very high in demand spirit and one of my spirit guides. And so when I wanted to create something, because I did not have anybody to teach me how to read tarot, I literally had to rely on God and Vassago and my abilities. And I didn't even start with the original Rider-Waite. I have a link in the description box below to an original Rider-Waite that's got the picture and the descriptions on the card. It makes it so much easier to read it, but you want to learn from the original Rider-Waite, because every other specialty deck, like the Twin Flame, Santa Muerte, it will be based off of the original Rider-Waite, and then the cards will have different pictures on them. And so yeah, it can be confusing when you start with a specialty deck. So the Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is going to help you move beyond self-doubt and limiting belief. And Vassago is a great guide to work with. He helps map the human consciousness. And throughout your human life, you will go through every single card in the deck. That is why the tarot is such a good system to work with. So it starts off with like a prayer and this book being dedicated to God. And then it goes into a 14 zodiac tarot card spread where you pull 2 cards for each position. And one card will show you your south node, where your ego's at. And then the other card will show you your destiny and then how to get into your destiny, how to get into your north node. And so it has a ficus, which is November 29th to December 18th. And it has Cetus, which is March 21st to March 28th, I believe. And those 2 are added zodiac signs that people should know about. Then I've created different tarot card spreads off of the major arcana cards and spells that go along with them. So like, for example, the sun. We're going to read from the sun because I don't think I've ever read from the sun in this book. But yeah, so for each of the major arcana cards, there is a tarot card spread that goes into depth on what you're going to see on the major arcana card. The Magician Tarot card spell is to manifest your own magic. These are not spells you do on anybody else. They're spells you do with your higher self. The High Priestess is for personal enlightenment. The Empress is for beauty and self-development. The Emperor is to obtain powers. The Hierophant is to manifest lack into nothingness. The Lovers is to draw love into your life. The Chariot is to remove obstacles. The Strength is to become stronger. The Wheel of Fortune is to obtain good fortune. The Hermit is to find one's inner light. The Hangman is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. The Justice is to create justice. The Death is to bring about appropriate endings in the things that you don't want to continue. The Temperance is to manifest with Archangel Michael. It has you make holy water. The Devil is to overcome your south node. Come on. The Star is to manifest a wish. The Moon is to manifest your deepest desires. Okay, the Sun. So the Sun tarot card is number 19. Answer is yes. Zodiac is Leo. The Sun is the primary ruler of Leo. It relates to the inner child and inner healing. Your personal magnetism is at a high point. Success and good health is in your present and future. A period of contentment and joy where things grow and mature for you. Doubtful ventures now have a turnaround and have a great future. This could indicate education or study will be successful and completed. The Sun, you'll pull 1 card for each position. Position 1, the Sun. The card that you pull for this position will reveal where you put your money, what seeds you have sown, and what you are able to reap from those seeds. If your inner child needs healing, that may come through the card that is pulled for this position. If you are a light worker, you may pull the Sun tarot card for this position. If you pull the Sun in the reverse, you may be dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. Position 2 is the inner child. The card that you pull for this position will relate to your inner child and how much you play in your life currently. If it would benefit you to play more in life, that may come forward in the card that is pulled for this position. Your true inner child personality may be revealed to you in the card that is pulled for this position. If you pull the Sun Tarot card for this position, you will know that your inner child is peeking out and wanting to express itself in your life right now. If you pull the Moon Tarot card for this position, you may need to heal some deep-seated wounds that have left you unhealed. And then in the back of the book, there is a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when the different major arcana cards come out one next to each other. So I'm going to read a little bit from the Sun. The Sun card shows you that no weapons formed against you shall ever prosper. The Sun shows you that success and good health are at your door. What you have planted will grow. You may be shedding light onto something that was hidden in the darkness. If others are suppressing your light or irritated by your light, you will know this by pulling the Sun card. The Sun tells you that you are protected from the evil eye by the eye of Ra. By the eye of Ra, you are in touch with your reality. The Sun shows you that you're entering a period of total success, fulfillment, and happiness. You are mentally alert and in love with life. The Sun card shows you that your inner child is reaching out to play with your adult self. The sunflowers represent, so sunflowers on the card. Let's see, the Sun, where was that? The Sun shows you that you're entering a period of total success, fulfillment, and happiness. You're mentally alert. Okay, so the Sun card shows you that your inner child is reaching out. The sunflowers represent happiness and abundance. With the Sun card, that is exactly what you get, a great harvest. Your overall energy level is ascending. If you pull the Sun in the reverse and then the Moon card, it indicates that you're dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. If you were to pull the Sun in the reverse, you would maybe want to look at your solar return. Your solar return is when the moment, okay, the position that the Sun and everything's at the moment that you're born, at one point in your life, you'll have a solar return where it goes back to that same position. And when that happens, everything will be like crazy and fucked up in your life. It's just something that happens to each and every person. Only once, though, usually in your 30s sometimes. It says, if you pull the Sun in the reverse and then the Moon card, it indicates that you're dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. If you pull any card on either side of the Sun, it shows that what you're seeding into is growing. The Sun in the reverse shows someone who is immature and out of touch with their higher selves and inner child. You will see right through this person who is in the Sun in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse could uncloak shady behavior. And it just keeps going and going and going. But you guys get the gist of it. Check this book out. It's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And also get The Truth of God by Michael Steadman and the original Rider Waite. You guys, it will be life-changing for you. Thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you guys so much. Rejuvenation, exactly. I love you guys so much. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing this content. Thank you for telling other people about it. We are working to getting to 1,000 subscribers. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, you guys, I'm going to do some type of giveaway. Okay, I've got a couple decks that I could give away. So we'll do a little celebration. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Remember, I have another platform called Astraea Love, ASTRAEA LOVE. Usually before I come on this platform, I'm on that one. On that one, I can accept $20 super chats, but this one, we're working to getting to the goal of 1,000 subscribers. Then we can monetize the channel, and I can accept super chats, which is going to be great, so you guys can ask your questions, okay? I love you so much. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Know that you are supported and that you are having a major breakthrough. Yay, you made it to the other side. You have won. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.